morning, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. We are here with the only fan, with
Fans.
myself, Mayu, and Captain,
Peace,
as
peace, peace.
always. And hope everyone is doing well. Hope everyone is blessed.
Yeah, yeah. It's been an interesting couple of weeks. I mean, game weeks, not week. Like it's been only 1 week, but it's been a very eventful game week or game weeks. Since last Tuesday, I would think, or was it Monday? Yes, since last Monday. Yes, yes. So, Mr. Mayo has a lot of things to talk about.
Yes, yes.
Yes, so let's get into the Premier League this week.
The near post, and it's in! It's a brilliant goal! Joshko Gvardiol! He went to...
Okay, to kick it off, I would... Now we have to talk about my club. But before we get into my club, we have noticed that it's been officially announced that Arne Slot will be taking over as Jurgen Klopp's successor
for next season.
What do you think about that, Captain?
To be honest, right? To be honest, I am not gonna sit here and say that I know exactly who this guy is, right? That I've been following him. No, he's a bit of a not an unknown towards the football world, but it's a bit of an unknown towards the casual fan, But to be honest, I have seen that he manages PSV. And PSV have been really good. The couple of
oh no, that's a wrong manager. He manages Feyenoord.
You see,
it's fine.
That's crazy. And he manages Feyenoord, right? And I did watch a video about him, but yeah, I can't really say much about him as a person.
I can agree the same thing because you can say I'm a football fan, but I'm not gonna put myself out there and say I watch every single game of every single league. I'm not. I don't that's not the only thing I do. So
yeah.
So, but from what sources I've been saying, he looks like a very good manager, and he has a very good track record. The only problem is whether or not he can handle the Premier League, because Erik ten Hag, I know we keep going to him, but he's a really good manager. But coming to the Premier League is a struggle, and we've seen it not just with him, with other managers around. If they are successful, and they have a good name to them, they come to the Premier League, and that's where it struggles. That's where they struggle, and it's not helping us with the recently. So if we have to leave this topic and go straight into Liverpool, how is the Arne Slot problem might be a little bit more difficult is of our downfall recently. I don't know what happened. I think it all started with the United game. And the thing is, people will complain. I've seen the amount of crisis fans I've seen, the amount of Liverpool fans saying, sell Nunez, sell Salah, sell everyone.
Bro, that's crazy.
We're turning into a yo-yo sort of fan base where we're either winning everything or we should sell everyone. Just like how Arsenal fans are at one point.
Why not?
Beginning of the season, Arsenal fans were winning the league. Next minute, sell Aubameyang, sell Lacazette, sell everyone, get rid of all of them. And I've seen it all around. It also happened with ironically with Chelsea, but that was before the Abramovich left. It was before Todd Bowley's takeover. Now it's just they're like, how have we spent everything and got nothing? But
we are not here to talk about Chelsea. Yeah. We're here to talk about Liverpool and their recent games. So we talked about the Liverpool versus Fulham game, and I like I said that they didn't take their chances there, and I thought it was the exact same thing for the West Ham game.
And
Right.
and in the Everton game, we had so many chances. It started at the United game. I don't know what happened to our attacks confidence, but every single time a chance comes, we either shoot it at the keeper, pass it, waste it, or recycle it too much. And the thing is, we've been doing that recently. The only person that changed all of that was Jota. And Gakpo, you can say, because Gakpo has been performing a lot recently. But he's doing it alone. When he's running in there, no one's in the box. When they're like just crossing and hoping someone can head it. And you can't cross and hope someone can head it if the player is not, if you're going to lose in an aerial battle. So like in the Everton game, it was an abysmal performance. How do we go and lose to Everton of all teams?
Oh,
how do we let someone who doesn't even play the game anymore, Calvert-Lewin, he just comes on, gets injured, goes off. We let him score. We'd rather just let Chris Wood score with the terrible performance he made. It was so bad. And then the West Ham, don't even get me on the West Ham. The West Ham, it was our fault. But, I also have a few words for Anthony Taylor there, because Anthony Taylor, I think, is the worst referee I've seen referee a Liverpool game ever. Every single time there's a decision wrong, it's always Anthony Taylor. It's no other referee. Saw the decision. So Gakpo was going to, Areola miskicked and kicked the ball to Gakpo. Gakpo was about to score.
Yeah.
The referee blew the whistle. So now, apparently, I don't know how true this is, but apparently the referee made a mistake, and to cover up for it, he told Areola to go down and act like he's injured.
Man, that is crazy. That is crazy.
I don't know how true it is, but every single time something comes up, something Liverpool really. Oh,
that is crazy. That is crazy. That is crazy. But this game was crazy as well. Like I watched this game, right? Then to be honest, right? That first half, it felt as if once again Liverpool just could not score. That is what it felt. That is what it felt. That is what it felt like.
We controlled the
Liverpool,
game, but we had no end product.
Yeah, bro. Then
but
then you come out of the second half, right? Yeah, then you come out of the second half. Then I think that you play much better compared to your first half. I feel like you could have scored there.
It was a good Robertson. It was a good setup.
Yeah. So Robertson scored. Then Alphonse had his own goal. And I was thinking that okay, Liverpool have got this in the game. I mean, they have got this in the bag. Just see out the win. You show them that you have the stuff of champions, right? But then Mikel Antonio scored, and I was like, damn.
Look, we shouldn't have let him score. It was so poor, honestly.
See, that is why I feel like with Jurgen. Okay, so if Jurgen Klopp wasn't leaving, right, I feel like Liverpool would have played better. They feel like personally with Jurgen Klopp, you feel like it's the end of an era, right? Which which it is, right? But I feel like the players are also playing as if it is the end of an era. Feel like if Liverpool from next season, you can't really. This season isn't over yet. Right now this is over yet, but it isn't looking good, right? Yeah. I feel like with Jurgen Klopp leaving, right? Liverpool need a second so they need a second rebuild. Though
In my opinion, I want to be a rebuild, but I think we need a player that can help us bring motivation back. Because Van Dijk is trying, but he's in the defensive half. I think we need. Nunez is trying, but Nunez is not helping his accusations at all now. I don't say we need an attacker, but I feel like we need someone to help lead in the attacking half. Because yes, we have midfielders. We have Szoboszlai, McAllister, who are both incredible. We have Harvey Elliott, who's young and he's playing well. We have Jones, who is young. He's playing a decent game every game. He's not. Although he gets the slander, nobody looks at the ball retention and the possession he keeps. But I feel like we need maybe one more player who has experience and who has a captain-like leadership in the midfield half going forward. And in the same sense with leaving, I don't know if you saw it, but did you see the fight between Salah and Klopp?
Bro, that was crazy, man. That is crazy. Like, how do you have your initial star player who's on 300k per week fighting with your manager, man? That is wild.
In a sense, I can agree with Salah. Klopp put him on the bench in almost back-to-back games after a bad performance. I feel like starting Elliott in a game like this wasn't the smartest choice, because if you look at his game plan, his left-hand side has Gravenberch, which plays a little bit out wide in midfield, Diaz, which is a touchline winger, and Robertson, it's an overlapping fullback. So 3 players on the left-hand side are touching the line, 3 players on the right-hand side are cutting in, so that there's no balance. The left-hand side is just fully immersed on the left, and then the right side is cutting in. There's no one to add a structural balance. Like when there's players cutting in on the right hand side, Salah stays wide. If Szoboszlai is playing, Salah cuts inside, so Szoboszlai goes wide. But now there was no balance. So in that sense, I can say Klopp made a mistake. But then again, Salah, you are not bigger than the club. You're not bigger than the manager. You can't be going and fighting unnecessarily. But then again, the media could have made it out to look worse than it actually is. It was probably a small argument. It happens in clubs, especially when there's frustration.
Right. But you know what Salah said when he was walking down,
I saw. Apparently,
walking down the tunnel.
they took the words down wrong. He was trying to say that, because I watched the video of him walking down the tunnel, and he was laughing, and he's saying he probably, from what I've heard, apparently what he was trying to say is he doesn't want to speak to the media now because they will make it turn into fire. They will make it turn into fire.
Yeah.
Because obviously the media would like to spike, and and because of that, transfer rumors come in now. Apparently they're saying Al Ittihad is back with the transfer rumor. They want to offer 100 million again.
And let me just say, right, when you have such a manager like a club where basically being your identity as like a club, right? When they leave, I feel like it becomes increasingly difficult
to bounce back.
Yes, because if you look at recently in the Premier League, Man United, when Sir Alex left, they hired David Moyes. The time wasn't that odd of a decision, but looking back now, right, that is where their downfall really started from. Right, then you look at Arsenal, when Wenger left, then we hired United. It wasn't bad. That wasn't
in my opinion. With Unai Emery, I think he wasn't given enough financial freedom. Because look at Arteta. Arteta has given much more money than Unai ever had. Arteta spent it well. He spent it on Rice. He spent it on what's his face?
Gabriel.
I wouldn't say Gabriel Jesus too much, because now he's up and down. It's okay. But other players like Trossard as well, really good investments. Whereas Unai Emery worked with a sort of a diminished budget. He did buy Pepe, which is up.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. But we are need to talk about Arsenal. We are need to talk about Liverpool and their remaining games left, which is they
I
go
think
to
we get
Tottenham.
anything out of it? No. I think we've cemented ourselves as a third spot team right now. I think we've cemented the fact that we got Champions League. At least that's a good thing. But in a sense, I'm not disappointed because beginning of the season, if you told me we were going to fight Arsenal and City all the way towards the end of the season and compete in Europa League beyond the group stages, I would be like, there's no chance because we lost our captain, we lost our vice captain, we lost our number one holding midfielder, we lost our first choice striker, we lost our substitute striker. We just lost players.
Right. Okay, but you have to say, so you cannot say that Liverpool have not invested when you guys bought McAllister for 35 million, you guys bought Soberslide for I don't know how many million. You guys bought Nunes last season. Gagpo, Luis Diaz. Right, y'all have really spent money, right? But I have to say that I think the midfield thing of when you guys missed out on Caicedo and Lavia, right? So that really hurt you guys because I feel like you would have done a much better job this season. But you can't you always have to say that has this been a disappointing season for Liverpool. Because if you look at it, you guys won at the Carabao Cup, okay, so that is a trophy there. So that's pretty good. Then you guys got knocked out in the FA Cup, okay, fine, that's then you guys in the Europa League, right? So where you guys were the favorites to win. So you dominated your group, but then you what is it?
Milan was also there. Milan got knocked out as well.
I mean, but doing the Champions League, you were there since the beginning, right? They guys got knocked out in the Europa League. Then in the Premier League, nobody really said, okay, this is Liverpool's season to win, right? But you guys had how many points? Advantage at one stage, but you guys had a the lead at the top of the table, right? So would you say this is a disappointing season as the Liverpool fan? Because looking from the outside in, right?
Yes.
Y'all had some injuries, to Trent, Konate, so I am not gonna say that you guys had y'all had the perfect squad this season. But do you think that they kind of disappointed, considering the fact that it's Jurgen Klopp's final season?
In my opinion, I don't think we did too bad. I think I'm not disappointed in the fact that we didn't go all the way. I'm disappointed in the fact that the reason why we got knocked out of all of the three competitions is due to our own fault. We didn't take chances. They were easy open goals. We either didn't pass it or we overcomplicated it. We didn't trust the tactics. We didn't trust the system. We started then we started panicking. We started letting in simple, easy goals. So it's not like we weren't playing. We were in most of the games. We were outplaying the teams, and we still didn't get a result. The only game I can say we were 100% completely outplayed from the beginning to the end was that 3-0 Atalanta. They owned us at our own home ground. They made us look like a championship team. So I wouldn't say I'm too disappointed. I feel like I know everyone says potential is there, but I feel this season with this new team, especially with the fact that now we have a player of McAllister's caliber, people were sending him, giving him the worst amount of hate in the beginning of the season. But now they realize how important he is to the team. Because when he's not there, we like switch off completely. And then when he wasn't there for that short period of time, Endo did really well helping us. So although people can slander Endo as well, I feel like I feel like we did really well. We did well enough, and now hopefully with Slot coming in, he can help build upon this. Because from what I've seen in his dressing room, he knows how to lift a dressing room. He knows how to tell them, you know what, whatever we're doing it wrong. We can fix it ourselves. We can correct all of our mistakes. All we have to do is not panic. And I feel if he can deliver that, then I'm sure that next season I think we can actually challenge for the title to the last day.
Okay. So personally, I think you guys need another soft rebuild, especially in your midfield. You know, get a whole different. Yeah, with like, you know, I think Salah will probably leave. I mean,
say it, but I also think that he might leave just for the vacation and the fact that, you know what, his agent will probably feel
disrespected and like stuff.
That, and maybe they need more. He needs a better. He'll just get a better
deals or something like that.
Yes, in what you call it, in
the Saudi Pro League.
And he's feel comfortable and stuff there because Saudi is a very welcoming country.
I feel like Salah still has a lot in his prime. I mean, I feel like it's still okay. Maybe he's not in his prime, but he is still a very, very good player. So to go to the Saudi Pro League will be basically like wasting. Yeah. So I think he'll probably move to another European club. But I don't see a single club paying 100 million euros. But if he decides to leave, then it's probably to the Saudi Pro League. Yeah, but
I just don't want to see him in Europe because it'll hurt me.
Yeah,
it'll hurt me.
But Liverpool's last 3 games are Tottenham on Sunday, Villa on Tottenham this week Sunday, Villa next week Sunday. I mean next week Monday, and on the final game of the season, we all have Wolves.
I'm just gonna say I just hope not to lose any more games. I want to finish the season off strong.
Yeah.
I want Klopp to go. I want Klopp to leave the club without having a sour taste in his mouth. He changed a Liverpool side that was in pieces, broken, no financial backing. Our club worth was only 300 million at the time.
Damn, that's crazy.
It was in pieces. The club was in pieces, and he came. He took it. He transformed it within the next season, got us back into Champions League, won the Champions League, won the title, won every trophy possible. So now I don't want him to leave the club thinking, no, he regretted his decision. I want him to leave the club on a good note. So yeah.
Speaking of titles, let's move on to the title race. Okay, let us start with the most recent game, which was Man City beating Nottingham Forest 2-0. You know, man, I feel like it's just a waste of time to watch any Man City game because
bro,
they're always going to win.
I tell you, Chris Wood, on my life, Chris Wood played for us. Because he's a long. I'm not gonna say he did it on purpose because that's.
Yeah.
But he is a lifelong City supporter, from what I've heard. He is a City supporter.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And looking at the chances he missed, it's a little bit I'm not saying
It's like a little bit dodgy, little bit dodgy.
I could put Anthony. I could put a stuffed teddy bear over there, and the ball would hit him and still go in the net. That's how easy it were. I could literally put Werner there, and he would have scored. Chelsea's Werner. Not any version of Werner. Chelsea's Werner. I could put Chelsea's version of Morata there, and he would score.
Wow, that is crazy.
I could put Liverpool's version of Balotelli there. We only got like 3 goals for us, and he still would have scored. They put it on a plate for him.
Bruh. Yes, man. Man City win the game 2-0, and
Haaland scored.
Yeah, man. So in like this title race, it is very hard to go up against a juggernaut like City and at the back end and at the back end of the season, because like you're always saying in the beginning, this is the year that they fall off, then they're going to win 25 games in a row or something, right? Then there's nothing that you can do, right? But Man City are now sitting second with a game in hand over Arsenal, only 1 point behind Arsenal. They have 4 games left, we have 3 games left. Their matches include Wolves.
You guys played first, so now you're gonna need a big favor from them.
Yeah, so they play Wolves, Fulham, Tottenham, and on in the last game, West Ham. I would like to pray for a miracle from Tottenham, but I feel like Tottenham are just gonna let open their legs for Man City to come and score. Yeah, so you can never trust a rival.
If there's any team that's gonna take points off City there, I feel it could be either Fulham, maybe depending on their form into the next game. Or West Ham, because West Ham have been good this season.
Yeah.
Especially now, the fact that they are looking to get Ruben Amorim.
Yeah.
They might want to end off in a high.
Yeah, but looking at what these teams can fight for, I would say that the only team that is really gonna fight for something is probably Tottenham and West Ham. So those are the 2 games that I expect them to put up a good fight as they are trying to get into the European places. The Fulham game and the Wolves game, I think it's just gonna be an easy win for Man City personally, but you never know what can happen in the Premier League. But Arsenal.
Oh yes, I forgot about your club.
Yeah, so since the last time we spoke about Arsenal, they have had back-to-back London derbies with a 5-0 thrashing against Chelsea. Men against boys. When I watched the game, that first half was very close, right? So that first half was very, very close, but that second half was.
I also watched the game and it was one-way traffic. I think
that second half
would Trossard, right?
Yeah.
So I think again I'll say Trossard was a steal for Arsenal. Trossard being bought for what, 28 million?
26, 29 million, something around.
He's equivalent to us buying Salah for 30 million. I think that's a huge steal. It's not as on the same caliber because changed it, but if Arsenal win the title race,
because of,
then you can say, you know what, Trossard is in the debate for bargain of not this season, last season.
Last, yeah. But then I have to say, right? So at the time, right, we were looking to buy
Mudryk.
Yeah, and the fact that we signed Trossard. No, felt like a big disappointment, and I mean like and at the time, right? But looking back now, wow, what a signing we like! What a signing we like! So we like made, right? And speaking of Mikhailo Mudryk and Chelsea, no Cole Palmer didn't play this game. Then so you know, what like Poch, like. So you know, Poch said like Poch said before like the game against Arsenal that we are not a Cole Palmer team. That like we can still do this without Cole Palmer. Then they like then they go and concede 5 goals to their London rivals.
With no reply.
Man, that is embarrassing. That is very embarrassing. Like, do you think that Cole Palmer? I mean, do you think that Chelsea is a Cole Palmer team? You know, kind of how like Hazard was like. So like he was basically the Chelsea team. No, him and Costa all those years ago. Like,
you know, in a sense, I would say Cole Palmer is rated too high because Chelsea fans are calling him, they're putting him in the debate with Odegaard and De Bruyne. That's not the case. He's got a lot of pens, but if it wasn't for Cole Palmer, they wouldn't have had all those points and all those goals. I feel Chelsea would be sitting in 13th, maybe 14th if it wasn't for Cole Palmer.
No, wait, no. So you want to know what I like saw, right? I think I am like not sure if like this like is true, right? But I saw on Twitter that somebody did what like what if you took all
of
like
Cole Palmer's and
Palmer's thing above, right? Then I am like, you can't really take the penalties away because I'm like but I saw that it would have been 17th or 18th place.
Which is crazy because now.
Do you know how crazy that is for Chelsea FC?
Spent 1.2 billion.
Bro, that is crazy, man. That is crazy.
And speaking of Trossard, how you guys got Chelsea took your player for 100 million and you bought Trossard. They did the same thing with us. They took our player for 110 million. We bought Endo. So to think about that, it's kind of crazy. And then they went into this coming week. What happened in this week? I think they lost again. Or did
I think they drew 2-2 to Villa.
Yeah. Yes, they drew 2-2. And it was crazy because I genuinely thought they were going to lose.
Wow.
They made a comeback, and yes, I remember. Yes, apparently Disasi's goal was ruled off, and then Pochettino was going crazy. So
VAR. Speaking of dodgy VAR decisions, let's move to the Speaking of dodgy VAR decisions, let's move to the North London derby, where Arsenal beat Tottenham 3-2 in a game where Tottenham should have won because personally Tottenham played like the much better football, but Arsenal just had so like Arsenal just took their chances when like they needed to. Then Raya made it so much harder for ourselves where he basically just gifted them a goal. Then there was a penalty. Then it led to a nervy 6 minutes. But Arsenal walk out with all 3 points and are back at the top of the table. But Man City are creeping up against them. But did you watch this game?
I didn't watch the game because I was busy with something, but I was keeping tabs on it. And my brother wasn't watching it as well because he went to play ball indoor. If he was here, then I probably would have watched it. But I was just keeping tabs on it. I kept my phone open and I was just checking what's going on. I saw 3-0. I was like crazy. Then I saw it. I'm like, whoa, what happened here?
Yeah. So
I watched the highlights this morning, so I didn't see the goal. Like Saka's goal was a really good counter attack. Really good counter attack.
And you want to know what I think, right? I think that the way our decisions today, they were all 100% correct. So there was an offside. People say that they're like the VAR is sucking the life out of the sport. Bro, VAR is there because because they can't really trust human eyes judgment, right? Lots of decisions will go against you, then they go for you. So I think this is just the Premier League, right? And VAR, right? But but there was the one of the offside, which I thought was correct. The Kulusevski penalty shot, which I thought was correct. Right then, then Arsenal made it 3-0 within 38 minutes, and I thought they was over from there. But like I said, Tottenham,
you can't write them.
Yeah, right. But Tottenham really played well this game. I felt like they were the better team than if you were to hide this the a score line from somebody, and then you ask them that, oh, who do you think would have won this game, right? So they would have said Tottenham, but they didn't, yeah. But then I want to ask, what do you think of Tottenham's playing style?
In my opinion, compared to the beginning of the season, it's been disappointing. Remember, they won the league in October.
Yeah.
I feel that high line is too sketchy, not in the Premier League. You can't do that, especially with teams like Newcastle who can counter-attack so well, and Newcastle tore them apart. And you think Tottenham would learn from it? Would learn, 2 goals going, okay, let's drop deeper and let's mark them properly. No, they stayed their high line. They kept their high line after halfway line, and they conceded more. And I think for that reason, the fact that they don't learn from their mistakes, they keep making the same mistakes over and over again, especially with defenders like Romero. My opinion, Romero is a sketchy defender there. Van de Ven is so good, but Romero.
Man. So they were like 3 times, right? Where we had the ball in our own half, right? Then we just launched it for Havertz or for Martinelli to go and chase it, right? Then Van de Ven, he was just so fast, and it was just too struggling. Then just swept all those balls, man. Man, that was crazy.
He's like
crazy good.
He's like a modern day. I'm not gonna say Cannavaro, because then people would roast me for it. They say, you don't have knowledge. I'm gonna compare him to Cannavaro, but
yeah, chill out, bro.
He plays very similar to that. He's fast, he's aggressive, he's confident with his challenges. I think if Spurs can get another defender to sit with him, because even Udogi's not great. Him and Romero are the weak links in the defense. Bissouma is good. He just needs more time to ease into his position. Højbjerg is okay. Pedro Porro is really decent. But Van de Ven and Vicario, those two stand out so much. Especially Vicario. I feel like, if you don't out of the equation, I think this season Vicario next to what's his name?
Martinez?
No, not Martinez. Martinez was okay, but this other keeper, Kaminsky for Luton.
Oh, okay.
I feel like those two played really well this season. Like Luton, Kaminsky, every time I see him play, even Flecken for Brentford, they've played levels above what I expected them to play. If I had to tell them, look at them on paper and say where they came from, okay, C tier keeper. But this season they played like A tier keepers. So they played above what they need to play. So I feel like if you take Alisson out of the equation, who performs at his usual, you expect him to be like an A tier keeper. He performs like an A tier keeper. Like unless like Edison, he doesn't do much because City's defense is really well structured. You know, City has one of the most well-structured defense, although the defenders are not particularly great. Like Kanji, he gets put on the floor a lot. Ruben Diaz, he lost his glow, but he still don't concede because Walker is still there. Ake is so annoying. He's so good. How is he like? How is he so good? But like, so even though City have a structured defense, Edison doesn't do much. So you look at the keepers that do a lot, and I feel like, you know, they in the contention, and Vicario is right at the top. So Spurs looking at how the defense is, maybe just get another centre back to compete with Romero, if not replace him. Someone strong, someone physically who has a presence in a defense. You know, every Cannavaro needs a Nesta or a Maldini. You need the anchor, and you have the sweeper, and you need the anchor.
Right, but Tottenham sit in 5th place, so they are looking to get into their Champions League places, but they are 7 points behind Villa, but they have a 2-game advantage over Villa. Do you think Tottenham can make into the UCL? Or
considering Aston Villa's last games, I feel like if we draw with Aston Villa, they drop points. Hopefully we beat them, not for their sake, because I want Aston Villa in the Champions League, but for our sake. I also hope that we beat Spurs so that they don't get in the Champions League. But, you know, if you think about it, looking at the games left, Spurs play City and Liverpool. It's going to be a 50-50, but I'm going to say I don't think Spurs can make it into the Champions League next season. It's a bold shout because it's Tottenham Hotspur. You know,
but it is in the history of Tottenham. So then, speaking of races, that was a bad segue. But speaking of races, let's go to the Golden Boot race. Where it is really crazy right now. Like you think about it.
Separating each place. It's Haaland with 21, Cole Palmer with 20. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's Ollie Watkins and Isak with 19, 18.
Let me go and check.
Yes.
And you know what's crazy, right? Ollie Watkins is also leading the assists charts.
Yes.
He's also, man, that is crazy.
What did I say a couple of weeks back? In my opinion, I still say it. I said it and I still say it now. Ollie Watkins is the best striker in the league this season.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then the closest one to him is Solanke. You know what? Isak as well. Because Isak is doing well at Newcastle. Haaland, yes, Haaland's scoring. But Haaland has De Bruyne. Haaland has Grealish. Haaland has Doku. Haaland has Bernardo Silva. Haaland has Alvarez. If you look at Ollie Watkins, he doesn't have... He's creating the goal and scoring it. Bournemouth, I mean, Solanke, who does he have at Bournemouth? There are players there, but they're not standout players. So for them to be scoring that many goals. You know, Isak, you kind of expected as well, because look at the money Newcastle did invest. With Anthony Gordon, Bruno Guimaraes.
Right. But you also have to look that, you know, Villa have also, you know, spent money on Bailey, Musa Diaby, Morgan.
He's doing well is because he's not scoring, he's creating, he's assisting.
But I have to say the most surprising one is probably Dominic Solanke with 2 goals, one more goal. then Salah. Right. But who do you think is going to win the Premier League Golden Boot race?
I think, it's a bit obvious with City getting into form, knowing that Liverpool dropped out of the race. Haaland's going to get more chances. His confidence will be back. I really think Haaland would win it. I would absolutely love Ollie Watkins to win it because I feel over the years he's grown into a really good player. He's developed himself, especially with the loss of his captain. Was, if I'm mistaken, Grealish was the captain. Especially with the loss of his captain and one of the most influential players in the attack. He took it upon himself. He adjusted with the new manager, and now he's leading the way for the attack. He's giving the team the drive that they need for the attack. So I would love for him to win it, but I genuinely think Haaland's going to win it again.
So I am gonna put out a weird shot here, but I think it's going to be Cole Palmer. Right? I feel like he does get more penalties than but then I think that's all we wanted to talk about today. So we're done here. So don't forget to like, subscribe, leave down a comment down below. And
let us know if you want us to discuss anything in the coming future.
Yeah. Alright, then we'll see you guys. Peace.
See you in the next one.